Hey guys, it's Robyn, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back, and welcome if you're new for a late night while I'm filming this Bring Back My Bar First Sniffs video. So I have got all 25 of the Bring Back My Bar scents in this box here. I have opened it, I have not sniffed a single one, nor have I watched any reviews of these bars. So most of these scents are new to me. This round of Bring Back My Bar had quite a few older scents that we haven't had back in quite some time. So these are going to be available to everybody January 1st. They should be eligible for your regular 6-pack bundle and save bundles or individually, and they will also be available to add to your Scentsy Club on January 1st. Now, as consultants, we do get the opportunity to order these early as a full set, and so that is what I did, and I will do some cold sniffs with you right now, just first sniffs, and then let you know my first initial thoughts. Now, the thing with Scentsy bars and wax in general is that first sniffs are just first sniffs. So I may love or hate something on first sniff, and my opinion may change on warm. So that is why I will do this tonight, and then I'm going to warm these bars, and then before they go live in January, I will do another video telling you how they warm, if they changed on warm, and how they performed as well. Because the first sniff is only like a little taste of the bar, really. The devil's in the details and how it performs and all of that good stuff. So this is just going to be a fun little first sniffs. It is late at night. My package arrived at 9 o'clock at night. Those Pure Later couriers are working overtime right now for the holidays, so I'm really glad they got my box to me. But I have a crazy busy next couple days. I am gearing up to go on holidays for a few weeks for the holidays. I'm staying home, but like I'm gearing up to finish work for a couple weeks. And so I have a crazy busy couple days. You know how it goes when you're trying to slam everything into your last couple days of work with clients and wrapping things up and getting things ready to let them sit until next year. So I am unlikely to have time to film this tomorrow or Friday or Saturday for that matter. So I thought I would hop on now and do a late night first sniffs with you. And it may be daytime when you're watching this, so have a good day. But here they are. We will just kind of grab and go. This is no particular order. The first one I grabbed here is Summer Sippin'. This one has a white wax with a red label. The description on this one is sun-ripened raspberries, tangy lemons, make you wish it were summer. So raspberries and lemons. So let's give this a sniff. I'm expecting a fruity scent. It's exactly what I expected it would be. It's nice. It smells like raspberry lemonade. I would not say this is a super sour tart lemon. This is a sugared lemon, like lemonade. I actually very much like this, like very much. So this is going to be a beautiful summer scent. Yeah, this is a nice raspberry lemonade balance. And I would say this is specifically lemonade, not just lemons. You're not thinking things like squeeze the day here. You're thinking maybe something closer to lemon sorbet, but this is even sweeter than that. This is really lovely. Yeah, that's very nice with the raspberries and the lemons. Summer Sippin' gets a thumbs up on cold at least. Next one we've grabbed here is Sizzlin' Coconut. Brown label, white wax. This one is tempting mix of cinnamon, coconut milk, and rich vanilla. So cinnamon, coconut milk, and vanilla. Now this one, Sizzlin' Coconut, did not excite me when I first heard of it, but then when I noticed there was cinnamon in it, I perked up a little bit because that makes it a little bit more appealing. Oh, that's cool. It reminds me a little bit of cinnamon vanilla from like the catalog. Let me try to get this out of here. It's really stuck in here. Get the back of it. Yeah, it's the same cinnamon note as cinnamon vanilla, kind of that like barky Ceylon cinnamon. The coconut isn't super present. It is a creamy barky cinnamon scent with a lot of vanilla. This is quite lovely. This I could see melting this time of year even. If you are a person who lives in a hotter climate, Texas, Florida, that sort of thing, and you want a winter appropriate scent that isn't too heavy and isn't too spicy for your neck of the woods, try Sizzlin' Coconut. That might be a good one for your hotter climates. Again, the coconut here is not overly present. It's just kind of a nice spicy, creamy vanilla type scent with maybe like a touch of coconut milk there. It's nice. All right, the next one I've grabbed here is Orange Clove Pomander. This one is ginger, clove, and vanilla. Make for a spicy sweet treat. So ginger, clove, and vanilla. let's give it a sniff. I'm expecting like a spiced orange type scent here. It's on the lighter side. It's very pleasant. There is something a little bakery here. I see where they're getting your sweet treat from. There is something a little bit bakery. I am getting a little bit of cinnamon and clove, but it's not as spice forward as I expected it to be. I expected this to be something kind of like sweet orange pomander from the Holiday Bricks a few years ago, which was an intensely spicy scent. This is not that. This is a gentler spice. There is noticeable spice here though. A little bit of orange, not a whole ton. But I am getting that kind of like, what is that bakery note? Almost like a slight caramel type scent without being like caramelized sugar. It's not burnt in any way. Maybe like a butterscotch syrup with a little bit of spice. Well, a fair bit of spice. And a little bit of orange. The orange is not the primary note here, and I thought it would be. I thought this would be like a spiced orange. I would say this is more of a spiced bakery with a little hint of like orange peel on it, is what I would say this is. But orange clove pomander, I really like this. This is actually really gorgeous for wintertime as well. So there's that one, orange clove pomander. Thumbs up so far. Next we have orange dreamsicle. It's got the dreamsicles all over it there with the orange wax. This one is a classic combination of fresh orange swirled with vanilla cream. So fresh orange and vanilla cream. I'm curious to see how this one compares to tangerine creamsicle, which is typically in our spring summer catalog. That one has, I think, a little bit of mango in it as well. This one does not. Okay, it smells frothy. And there's like the orange here is sharper than I expected. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Okay. Whatever is frothy in here is reading as sour milk to my nose, especially on the back. And there's something about this that smells, I don't want to say it, you know, like a gym bag that maybe you haven't washed the shirt in for a few wears. There's like a kind of like a sweaty shirt smell. And this kind of like sharp sourness here. I do not care for this at all. That one is not a win for me. That is just my opinion. If you love this, I'm sorry. There will be people who love this. This is just not for me. So maybe it will change on warm. I will still warm it. But orange dreamsicle, not a fan. That one is our first thumbs down of the bunch, for me at least. Next up here we have Snuggle Up. This one is settled down in cashmere woods, curled up with angel lavender and soothing, I can't see, it's cut off, it might be sage, soothing sage possibly. So cashmere woods, lavender, and I think sage. So Snuggle Up. I think I've had this before and I think I loved it. Yes, this is beautiful. This is so cuddly. This is a beautiful soft laundry lavender. It is cuddly, cozy, and soft. It's not sharp, it's not floral. There might be a very small hint of vanilla somewhere in the back rounding this out, but it's not a primary note. This is beautiful. That is really lovely. I'm glad we have this back. This is a gorgeous one. I have had this before. I loved it in bedrooms, and that is where I will warm this. This is a softer type scent. I don't think you could do this in an open layout in most cases. This one is better suited to smaller spaces like bedrooms, so Snuggle Up. There's that one. Thumbs up on that one. Next here we have Lily of the Valley. Now this one is a pretty color, like a very beautiful lavender with a white kind of creamy yellow wax. This one is very fresh and green, true to the scent of a white lily. Now, I am going to tell you something. I don't expect to like this one because while I enjoy the scent of lilies, they are one of those very heady white florals that tend to give me a migraine, and I can't do them typically. So I'm gonna sniff this. I don't have high hopes, so don't be discouraged if I don't like this. Okay, yeah, it's a headache one. It's hit me right here already. As far as being true to the scent of a lily, close. I wouldn't say it's exact, but I think it's close. It is very heady. There is a creaminess here because lilies do have that kind of creaminess as well. I think this is probably as close as you're going to get to a lily scent in wax. It's very, very floral. It is very floral. It's a little bit heady. If you tend to like those really kind of heady white florals we get in the summertime a lot. This is kind of like a springtime version of that. I think you would like this if you're a fan of those. Yeah, it's not a bad scent. I would say it's about a light medium to medium strength, which I think saves it. I think if it was stronger, it would be quite a lot. But the strength here is not too light, but it's not too strong either, which I think could be really beautiful in a space. So I'm gonna try this one. I think what I can imagine doing with this one is warming this in a bedroom or something when in the springtime when the windows are open and you kind of have that mix of the cool fresh air with this kind of like really beautiful, like fairly realistic floral scent. That could work. But this is not the type of scent I would typically reach for. So probably not going to be a repurchase for me, but not bad. These poor delivery guys. It is now like 9:45 at night and another one just came to the door. Like, it is so late. Ben, it is okay. It's all right. Go to bed. It's okay. He almost never barks. Oh, you settle down. It's fine. He typically doesn't bark, but I think he's kind of concerned that there's someone at the door this late at night. So he is concerned. He's on protection mode. All right. Next up, we have the one I think I'm most excited about. This one is Berry Tart. Now, it is a beautiful, got pie on it. It's like this kind of nice dark burgundy color. A medley of sweet berries nestled in buttery pastry topped with caramel. So sweet berries, buttery pastry, and caramel. What is not to love here? I expect to love this. Oh my gosh, it's so good. That's very nice. I'm getting the buttery crust here. It is sweet. I would believe there's caramel. It's not like a caramelized sugar burnt caramel though. This is, you've drizzled some caramel sauce on a warm pie and it's kind of seeped into all the little like nooks and crannies. That is what this is. The berry here, it's hard to say what kind of berry they're talking here. I was gonna say cherry possibly. They've got what looks like a blackberry and what looks like could be cherry, maybe plum. I wouldn't say it's strawberry. It could be raspberry. But I almost lean cherry a little bit. Not cough syrup cherry, just kind of a general saturated sweet berry scent. So Berry Tart, winter on cold. Really, really like this. It reminds me a little bit of something like Rum Pum Plum possibly. This one has more of like a berry cherry tone than Rum Pum Plum. And I think this also has more of the crust. But it's very lovely. If you like Rum Pum Plum, try Berry Tart. That is a beautiful one. I think this is going to be one that a lot of bakery fans like. It's a pretty eager to please type scent. I think it reminds me a hair of red, white, and berry pie. Red, white, and berry pie was much more berry, less crust. This is much more crust and sweeter and more bakery. That was more fruity. This is more bakery. So Berry Tart is a winner. Really like that one. Next up here we have Cozy Kitchen, which I am familiar with. We had this in our holiday bricks a couple years ago. Was it last year? I think last year. This is warm oats, brown sugar, and spicy cinnamon swirl. So warm oats, brown sugar, spicy cinnamon swirl. This one is very oatmeal-y. Yeah, this one smells like kind of cooking oatmeal. It smells like you cooked oatmeal. You put some brown sugar on it, a little dash of cinnamon. It's okay. It smells like your kitchen when you're cooking food, like when you're cooking oatmeal. Not a bad scent at all. Most people seem to really like this one. It was a very popular scent when it was available in bricks. A lot of people clubbed this one. I'm just very kind of like ambivalent on this one. I don't dislike it. I just don't really, it doesn't really wow me. It's okay. It's okay. The one thing I think I would like to do with this is mix this with things like Dutch apple bread, clove and cinnamon, those sorts of things. Like I think this just needs something extra. And I think Dutch apple bread would be just the ticket, because Dutch apple bread is like an apple pie filling type scent, and it's a little bit on the savory side. It doesn't have as much sweetness as I might like, whereas this is very sweet with not much else going on. It's very sweet and oaty, whereas Dutch apple bread has that kind of like apple pie filling savoriness. I think those together would be phenomenal. So I think I'm going to try this with Dutch apple bread that is currently in our catalog, and see how that goes. So Cozy Kitchen, it's okay. This one was very popular. If you are a bakery fan, I would suggest trying this because most bakery fans do love this. I'm kind of an exception on that one. Next up here we have Bergamot and Solar Driftwood. This is one that has crisp bergamot, mandarin, and dreamy driftwood. Elevate fragrance to intelligent design. So bergamot, mandarin, and driftwood. I am expecting something kind of spa-like here is what I'm expecting. This one has rave reviews from my friend Amy here on YouTube. So bergamot and solar driftwood. I've never smelled this. Let's give it a sniff. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I hoped. I love it. Oh, it's clean. Oh, it's really nice. The bergamot here is not going cologne. This feels like a scent you could wear, very unisex. This smells like the most expensive hotel shower gel ever. There is some citrus here. What is the notes again? Mandarin, yeah, I get the mandarin. I would have guessed maybe some lemon peel or something too. Driftwood, I do get the driftwood. It's just fresh and aquatic, but not ocean watery and not sea salty. Oh, it's beautiful. This is really nice. This smells like something you'd find in like a very nice spa or a very nice hotel in like Vancouver, like on the ocean, and it matches my sweater almost perfectly. So bergamot and solar driftwood. This one is a standout so far. I love this. This will probably be a club scent for me, and I don't typically go for fresh scents, so this is lovely. Bergamot and solar driftwood. Sounds kind of odd and scary by the name, but give this one a try. That is a good one. Okay, next we have Woolly Slippers. This is one I've never smelled and I've always wanted to. This one has a purple label and it's got white wax. We have quite a few this round that have a colored label with white wax. You don't see that as often usually. So Woolly Slippers is slide into sweet and cozy clouds of sugared lavender, marshmallow, and vanilla. So sugared lavender, marshmallow, and vanilla. This one should be good. It should be like a cozy, cuddly bedroom scent. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so much marshmallow. That's a lot of marshmallow. This is way more marshmallow than I expected, and I love that. I would say this is like powdered sugar marshmallow with like 5-10% lavender. It's mostly that powdered sugar marshmallow. That is really, really good. So Woolly Slippers, big fan there, and I think this has good potential to age well and be really, really nice after some time as well. Does smell like a light medium at best, but I think Scentsy's marshmallow note tends to age really well and get quite a bit stronger and longer lasting with time. So I'm curious to know how that ages. Woolly Slippers, 2 thumbs up, love. So we are what, like not even halfway through, and so far we are hitting a home run here for the most part. Next one we have here is Ode to Opulence. Now this one, I can't recall if I've smelled. I kind of feel like I have, but I'm not 100% sure. It is lavish your senses with the sweet evocative aroma of apricot, blood orange, coconut milk, black currant, and spiced vanilla. I'll repeat that because it's a lot of notes. Apricot, blood orange, coconut milk, black currant, and spiced vanilla. So Ode to Opulence. Have I smelled this before? This is beautiful. This is really beautiful. Wow. Okay. Berry, the apricot is there in the top. It's not overwhelmingly apricot though. I'm getting berry, where is that? Oh, black currant, okay, that's what that is. Spiced vanilla, I wouldn't say I'm detecting spice. I am detecting vanilla. I am detecting coconut milk. The coconut milk is just adding creaminess, it's not really adding coconut. This is smooth and beautiful and fruity. Oh, this is gorgeous. It's very fruity. I think if you're a fruity fan, this is a must try. And it looks like it wouldn't be overly fruity because it's like a dark kind of like broody, sensual kind of bar. But you know what? It's very fruity. Like apricot, black currant, coconut milk, vanilla. It's like a smooth, creamy, fruity scent. Does it lean body care? I don't get like amber or musk or anything in here, but I would say this could lend itself well to being worn, but I wouldn't say it's perfumey at all. This is beautiful. I think if you like something like Love and Kisses Mini, you may enjoy Ode to Opulence. This reminds me of like a more grown-up version of Love and Kisses Mini. That's kind of what I'm getting here. I really like this. So Ode to Opulence, that is a home run as well. Next here we have Simply Cinnamon. Simply Cinnamon is purely cinnamon. Not a whole lot going on here. It should just be cinnamon. This should be a good mixer. It smells like pizza. Why does it smell like pizza? It smells like pizza. I get oregano. Has my nose gone rogue? What is going on? Okay, like I get cinnamon, but I get like cinnamon and pizza. I get like red sauce. Okay, here I get red sauce with like oregano, thyme, basil, and cinnamon. I don't know. I mean, it's not bad. It's not offensive. I think it would mix well with the ratatouille bar, which smells like garlic bread. I think that would be a good pairing because you got spaghetti and garlic toast then. I don't know. Like, I do get the cinnamon. It's kind of like a red hot type cinnamon. But there is something savory here. Like, it is savory in like a spaghetti sauce kind of way. I don't know. Pizza, spaghetti sauce, some kind of red sauce. I don't know. Purely cinnamon or simply cinnamon. I don't know. I'm gonna have to warm that one. Okay, next one here is Thunderstorm. This one I have had before in a previous Bring Back My Bar round. This one is very refreshing, sharp, spicy outdoor fragrance, like the breeze in a storm. Now this one tends to be kind of like a wet ozonic floral, and I typically like this one. There is a spice to it in like the way that like carnations are spicy or like some kinds of roses are spicy. This is beautiful. This is a fresh, wet floral with like that kind of like sharpness from like a thunderstorm. Oh, this is perfect. It's like wet stems, wet greenery, and like wet roses. There's a bit of a sweetness there, like a very realistic rose. Like not a like powdery perfume rose, but like a sweet, like fresh rose that you would stick your face in a wet garden. This is Wet Garden. It is gorgeous. Gosh, I forgot how much I love this one. Thunderstorm, there is nothing like this one. There is nothing that is even kind of close to Thunderstorm. So if that idea of like that very evocative kind of scent appeals to you, I would suggest picking this one up. This is a good one. It's not one I warm often, but on the right day, this one is just fantastic. And like I am very headache prone with floral scents. This one is okay for me. I think it's because the rose is very authentic and it's not like a perfumey powdery rose. It is a like sweet fresh rose and very authentic. This is like wet, like dripping wet, rain-soaked greenery and flower petals. Beautiful. Thunderstorm. Love that one. All right, next up here we have Lucky in Love, which I have had before. This one is, where did it go? It is a sweet bouquet of mandarin, bergamot, and orange with hints of peaches and berries. Now this one reminds me a little bit of Ode to Opulence notes. Ode to Opulence again had apricot. This one has peaches. Ode to Opulence had blood orange. This one has mandarin. Bergamot, this one has, that one didn't. Orange, they both had. And berries. This one has berries. Ode to Opulence had black currant. The thing that Ode to Opulence had that this one does not is Ode to Opulence had coconut milk and spiced vanilla. This has none of those kind of creaming out notes. This is just kind of like a higher pitched scent. Yeah, this is just more purely high-pitched fruity. There's something a little creamy here. I would say it's like a slight peaches and cream type vibe. It is peaches and berries. This is more, I think, a little kid-friendly. Ode to Opulence is a bit more complex and grown up. This is really pretty though. Lucky in Love is a fun scent. This is a beautiful, like, I would say, again, not large spaces. I would say probably, you know, bedroom size spaces, but this one lends itself well to bedrooms. Like this is a scent you would want in your bedroom. It's fun, it's springy. It's just kind of, yeah, it's just fun and kind of like flirty and just, it's cute. It's a cute scent. So Lucky in Love. I've heard people compare this to Victoria's Secret, one of their scents, I can't remember which one. Love Spell, maybe? Pure Seduction, I don't know. I've never been to a Victoria's Secret, I have no idea. But one of the, some people say it's like a dupe for one of the Victoria's Secret scents. So Lucky in Love. I like this one. Again, it's not a scent I would reach for all the time, but it's very, very pleasant. It's a fun, kind of springy bedroom scent. So Lucky in Love. Next we have one that I am interested to smell, but I'm not sure which way this one's gonna go because peach can go several ways. So here is Posy Peach. This one is fuzzy ripe peach balanced by green tender tendrils of violet leaf. in a fragrance that hints at sunny, lazy days. So peach and violet leaf is what we have here. Okay, it's a soft, light peach. Oh, that's pretty. The violet leaf here I was afraid would be bitter, and it's not. It's making it smell a little bit more realistic and more authentic. That's pretty. It's not complex by any means. It's a kind of simple peach scent, but it doesn't go the cat pee direction of peach. It doesn't go that kind of like funky direction of peach. It doesn't go perfumey either. It's sweet and fairly realistic. Like, I wouldn't say this is like juicy peach. I would say this is more like peaches in a basket out in your backyard with the leaves still attached. That is what I'm getting here. I'm getting like the fuzz a little bit rather than like the inside flesh part. Yeah, it's a softer, it's very soft. It's not like the, like, because peaches are quite a strong flavor. This isn't like that strong, super saturated kind of like make your cheeks pucker peach. This is a pretty kind of soft wafting peach with like the peach skin and like the peach fuzz and the leaves. It's still peachy, but it's soft and very understated. So there is Posy Peach. I like that one okay. That seems like a nice kind of summer scent. And again, it is on the lighter side. I would say probably best for bedroom size spaces. All right, next we have one I'm very excited to warm here soon. This is Cranberry Spice. It sounds like it should be perfect for this time of year. This one is a generous blend of cloves and ginger, help define the sophistication of tart cranberry. So tart cranberry, ginger and cloves. Cranberry Spice. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, this is a nice cranberry. It has a little bit of tartness, but it isn't too tart. It isn't a perfumey cranberry. Some cranberries can lean a little bit body care. This one does not. This is a very pretty cranberry. It's a nice balance of sweet and tart. I really want to keep smelling this. This is really nice. There is cinnamon here. Is it cinnamon? I thought they said clove. I'm smelling cinnamon though, like distinctly cinnamon. Let's see here. Cloves and ginger, yeah. I'm not really getting a lot of clove. Ginger maybe a little bit, but it's not anything like the gingers we've had recently in scents. I'm getting like cinnamon. This is beautiful. This is a gently spiced cranberry scent and a very beautiful cranberry scent. Oh, I'm glad we got this back. That is a sleeper hit. That is going to be a good one. Cranberry Spice. Grab yourself some of this one in January. I know it will be after the holidays, but this one I think you could warm in December very nicely, but also like November through February. That is beautiful. This is probably going to be a clubber. Smells like a decent strength too. I am a fan. I am a fan. Okay, next one we have here is Key Lime Pie. We have that one. Key Lime Pie is a mouth-watering blend of coconut and lime. Coconut and lime. Now, the thing about key lime pie is a key lime pie, by definition, has a crust of some sort. You could do a graham cracker crust, you could do like a regular crust, whatever you want to do, people do it differently. But it has a crust because it's a pie. I don't see pie in the notes, pie crust. I don't see crust in the notes. Now, I've heard conflicting things. Some people say this doesn't have any crust note to it. Other people have told me that this one has a bit of a crust note, not a strong crust note, but some crust. So I'm hoping for a little bit of crust here. It's pleasant, it's light. It's creamy. I would say it's key lime pie filling. It's very pleasant. I'm not detecting crust, at least on cold. Now with age and with warming, that might come out. But what I'm getting is a really pretty kind of key lime, classic key lime scent. A little bit of coconut, not too much. The coconut here, I'm going to say, is just like shavings of coconut on top of the key lime pie. It's not like a whole lot of coconut. This is a very nice classic key lime pie scent, but just the filling is what I'm getting. And a hint of coconut. It's very nice. It's creamy and smells like very authentic to what a key lime pie filling would smell like, with kind of like the creamy notes as well. Very pleasant. I was curious, and a lot of people were curious, I think, about how this would compare to Cocoa Lime, which is in our spring summer catalog, because they both have coconut and lime. Key lime pie is much lighter to my nose. Cocoa lime is very strong. This one is also more key lime, where I feel like cocoa lime is more of just like your traditional lime. This is more creamy, has more cream to it. Like cocoa lime has some vanilla tones, but this is much creamier than cocoa lime. It's very pleasant. I really like that. That is a nice summer scent. Key lime pie. That one I really like. I'll have to warm it though. Okay, here is one that I have had before and I know I really enjoy. This is pumpkin tiramisu. So layer pumpkin with sweet brown sugar and vanilla cream for an autumn twist on a favorite Italian dessert. So pumpkin, brown sugar, and vanilla cream for pumpkin tiramisu. This one, I think it was part of like a harvest collection like a few years ago before I got into Scentsy. I had one bar from a flash sale one time and I loved it. Yes, this one was good, and it was a good performer too, if I remember right. This one is caramel. It's got some caramelized sugar for sure. It's got that vanilla cream note. That is kind of the primary thing going on here. Brown sugar, yes. To my nose, that brown sugar reads more as like caramelized sugar. It's beautiful. I'm not getting a ton of pumpkin. If you're not a pumpkin lover, I wouldn't let that steer you away from pumpkin tiramisu. This is more just like a very gourmand bakery scent. Not so much a pumpkin scent to my nose. Pumpkin tiramisu. That is glorious. Absolutely gorgeous. This will be a club bar for me. And like I said, it does age well. It also performs well. So pumpkin tiramisu, I already know it's a winner. All right, next we have Yuzu Dragon. And it's a very pretty, very summery color. It's a bright coral. A burst of fruit that simply sparkles. Fresh guava and honeyed nectarine spiked with exotic dragon fruit and yuzu. So guava, nectarine, dragon fruit, and yuzu for Yuzu Dragon. It is tropical citrus. I like this. It's very summery, like peak summer, July. I wouldn't warm this before June and I wouldn't warm it after July. Tropical citrus. It is citrus, but in a very, very like exotic type of way. So I am getting the dragon fruit there. I'm getting the guava. Not really getting a ton of nectarine. If it is, it's blending with the other notes. And that yuzu is just that very like bright citrus. But that guava and the nectar and the dragon fruit make it very tropical. Very, very different. This is nice. I like this one. So Yuzu Dragon, that is a winner. Very, very summery. The closest thing I can think of for this is something like Aloha Citrus. But I like this much better and I hope it performs better. Very, very nice. Smells like a light medium to medium on cold. Next up we have Pixie. Now this is one I'm curious about because you don't really get a lot of information from the name. But we have this kind of like muted purpley taupe color. And the description is a mischievous moonscape of pink pepper, mandarin, and heliotrope, deepened by exotic teakwood and vanilla oak. So pink pepper, mandarin, and heliotrope, teakwood, and vanilla oak for Pixie. Pink pepper tends to be a perfumey type note. Heliotrope is a very sweet floral. Kind of smells like cherry pie filling, like the real floral, like the real flowers do. Teakwood tends to be quite strong, can be kind of cologne-y. Vanilla oak can go a lot of ways, but it should be smoothing. Oh, it's pretty. It's complex. It's dark. It smells cold weather friendly. This smells like fall to me, late summer into fall. But bedroomy. I would warm this as like a fall winter bedroom scent. It's a little bit powdery in like a really pretty pleasant way. It is, yeah, it's perfumey. It's a little bit woodsy, a little bit powdery. The teakwood, if you're not a fan of mahogany teakwood, this teakwood is not like that. Yeah, it's pretty. It's perfumey, it's powdery, it's pleasant. Am I getting any of the individual notes? I couldn't tell you any of those individual notes in here. Like, I would believe there's pink pepper in here, but I wouldn't have identified it initially. Oak, I would say there is woodsy tones in here for sure. I couldn't have told you what they are. It's pleasant. It's very pleasant. But again, Pixie, I think of like springtime and light and airy. This is not light and airy. or pixie-like. This is perfumey, it's deep, it's dark, it's like winter, fall winter bedroom. Very, very nice. Very, very pretty. So Pixie. I like that one. I think that's probably going to be a good performer. It smells like it should be. I expect longevity out of Pixie. All right. Next one here we have is Banana Nut Bread. This one has been in my club for a good 3 years. So I am not new to this one. This is ripe from the oven with ripe bananas, nuts, and spices. So bananas, nuts, and spices is Banana Nut Bread. This one is so good. I have warmed this countless times. Yes, it's so good. Oh, so good. Okay. I'm a person who does not like bananas, the fruit or the smell. I don't like bananas. This has a banana runt candy smell to it on the back that I don't like on cold. If you also don't care for that kind of candied banana scent on cold, warm this and you will get the candied banana scent for the first couple hours. But then that dissipates and you're left with this beautiful kind of like gently spiced like dessert loaf. And it's the most authentic banana bread scent. After that couple hour mark, it's so good. Now, the struggle with this one is it is on the light side. It is never, even with age, going to be a boomer. If you have a very large open layout or very high ceilings, I would skip this one. But if you have an open layout or just a large room or a large living room or something like that, I do use this in my open layout with a full bar, and it does okay. It lasts 8 to 10 hours, maybe 12 hours max, with a full bar, which is less than average, but this scent is so good I forgive it. It's so good. I need to warm this one again soon. It's been a while. Banana Nut Bread. This one is great. And this was actually one of the very first Scentsy scents. This was one of the few that I think Orville brought home to Heidi when he was in negotiations to consider running Scentsy. He brought home a few scents and Banana Nut Bread was one of them. So it's got a Scentsy history and it's also just a great scent. And I can't say, I honestly don't think there's been a banana scent that I've loved from anywhere else ever, ever, ever. But Banana Nut Bread, this is the one. So Banana Nut Bread, 2 thumbs up from me, will be staying in my club. So Banana Nut Bread, love that one. It will be sticking around. Okay, the next one here we have is Taj Mahal. And it is a pretty kind of periwinkle color with a deep blue wax, bluey purple. All right, so Taj Mahal is a soft oriental fragrance built on the base of musk and amber with subtle florals, which doesn't tell us much. Musk, amber, and subtle florals. Taj Mahal. So this one has me nervous because I tend to not love florals, but I have a couple friends who really, really love this one, and so that gives me hope because they have similar noses, so. Oh. This is a little different. This is a gorgeous color. Like it's really beautiful. It's like purpley blue. This is powdery. It is perfumey. And a little bit almost like woodsy. I can see where they get like oriental perfume. The thing for me with this one is it reminds me a little bit of Southern Evening, which to my nose has a note that almost reads as like bug spray a little bit. And I'm getting that here too. If you like Southern Evening, and a lot of people love that one, try Taj Mahal. This is much prettier in my opinion than Southern Evening. This is actually quite pretty. It is a kind of like mature, perfumey, powdery scent, but it kind of like, it's like a kind of like a hug smell. I don't know. It smells like a hug. It's a good one. So Taj Mahal, I actually quite like that. This is not one I would melt all the time at all, but for bathrooms or just once in a while, there is nothing else like this. This one is truly unique. So Taj Mahal. If you're into perfumey, kind of like oriental perfume type scents, yeah, this one is, I keep sniffing it. I quite like this. There's a note in there that gives me pause, but I like most of it. So there's Taj Mahal. All right, we are getting down to the bottom here. We have cherry clove chutney. This one is crushed Bing cherries, cloves, and cinnamon. So Bing cherry, clove, and cinnamon. This one should be a nice winter scent. Ooh, that is very pleasant. This is very spiced. I'm not getting a ton of cherry. Like I wouldn't have been able to identify this as a cherry scent. I would have definitely been able to say it was like a deep fruity scent, some kind of berry or red fruit. The spice here is the primary thing though. The clove and the cinnamon. I would say slightly more clove than cinnamon. And the cherries here are not cherry-y, if that makes sense. And that's not a bad thing necessarily. They're not the bright cherry you get into something like Cherry's Jubilee. They're not a cough syrup cherry by any means. They're not like a maraschino cherry. I'm not sure what kind of cherries these would be because they don't really smell fresh and bright and juicy. But they also don't smell baked or cooked. This smells more like, rather than being a real cherry, this smells more like a very traditional Yankee Candle style cherry spice scent or berry spice scent from like the 90s or early 2000s. This is really lovely. But that's what I'm getting here, and I quite like it. It's very traditional. So cherry clove chutney smells like nostalgia. I quite like that one. And again, perfect for this time of year. All right, next one here is Sedona Sunset. It's got this kind of like pattern there, very Arizona. Just as the setting sun paints the desert sky, flamboyant desert lily and vanilla orchid enliven creamy coconut milk and ethereal jasmine. Desert lily, vanilla orchid, coconut milk, and jasmine. Okay, again with the white florals, I tend to struggle with jasmine and I definitely struggle with lily. Vanilla orchid can go either way, but with Scentsy it tends to not work for me. And coconut milk should smooth that all out. So I'm hoping the coconut milk is doing some heavy lifting here because this is going to need a lot of smoothing for me to be able to tolerate it. And again, it's not about me liking the scent or not liking it, it's about whether it's going to give me a migraine. So Sedona Sunset, here we have it. I kind of like it. Oh, it's nice. What am I smelling? I think I'm mostly getting vanilla orchid here, and that coconut milk is doing some heavy lifting because this is kind of creamed out and smoothed together quite nicely. This is pretty. I would use this as like a body wash. I don't think I could do it as a perfume. I think it would give me a headache as a perfume. But as a body wash, I would love this. I'm not getting... The lily here is not the same lily as in Lily of the Valley, which I like. This is better for me. This is pretty. I think it's mostly the vanilla orchid that I'm getting and the coconut milk. I quite like that. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. And this is very pleasant. For me, when would you warm this? This for me, I think would be too heavy on a hot day, but it's pretty. I would say late summer when it's starting to cool down a little bit, like August. Or early to mid-spring before it gets hot. One of those two. It is definitely not fall winter, but it's not quite peak summer either. So it's kind of like those shoulder seasons. Sedona Sunset. I really like that actually. I'm very curious to warm that. So that one was a pleasant surprise. Okay, the last one. Yep, that is the last one. Mandarin Toffee Treat. Now I believe I've had this before. I think I picked this up at a craft fair from another consultant 8 years ago or so, like a long time ago, before I was a consultant myself. This one is sugared mandarin and sugar cane drizzled with creamy toffee butter. So sugared mandarin, sugar cane, and creamy toffee butter. Now I remember liking this one. This is way lighter than I remember it being. It's very pleasant. I get caramelized sugar again, which is probably your toffee butter and your sugar cane. The mandarin here is mandarin. Yeah, it's nice. It's very light, like way lighter than I remember. Like because I bought my bar at a craft fair, I don't know how long that consultant had that bar for. And then I held on to it for a good year. So the bar I had was very aged and it performed well. So I don't know if maybe it could have been like an easy 2 years old when I got it. So Mandarin Toffee Treat. I've had it before, loved it, it was strong. This bar smells very light, but very pleasant. It's exactly what it says it is. You get some mandarin, and you get this like toffee butter caramelized sugar thing going on as well. Yeah, it's nice. Like that. This I would say is kind of like a year-round bakery. I think you could warm this literally any time of year and it would be lovely. The nice thing about that one is that there is no spice. So if you're not a spice fan, or if you just want to use it as more like a spring summer bakery, you could, because there is no spice. There is that kind of caramelized sugar note there that does make it lean a little bit cool weather, but I think rainy summer day would be fine. So there is Mandarin Toffee Treat. Okay, that is all of them. That was a lot. That was a lot of talking, a long video. Let me see here. So if I had to round these up and pick like a 6-pack of favorites just off the top of my head, based on cold sniff only, I'm putting Bergamot and Solar Driftwood in there. That was exceptional. I really liked Summer Sippin' too. That was like the very first one. Yeah, I really liked that one. I really liked Berry Tart. I don't know if it's a favorite. I really like it though. Yuzu Dragon I really liked, but I really do like Yuzu Dragon. That is a very good one. I just don't warm a lot of summer stuff because I live so far north it never gets that hot. Pumpkin Tiramisu, definitely one. Cranberry Spice I really liked. Yeah, that's gonna be one. Thunderstorm, Ode to Opulence. That's going in there for sure. Love that. Yeah, that's a huge winner. This is a tough cut down. Sedona Sunset, I'm tempted to put this in my 6-pack. I don't know. I did not expect to get along with this one and I am loving it. Okay, Woolly Slippers was really good too. But is it a favorite? No, it's not. I think it's gonna have to be Banana Nut Bread. Yep. Yep, okay. So if I had to pick a 6-pack, just based on cold sniff for the most part, I have warm Banana Nut Bread. I'm going Banana Nut Bread, Bergamot and Solar Driftwood. This one was so different and absolutely gorgeous. This one I think is going to dethrone Dark Harbor in my club. Dark Harbor is another one of those kind of like spa hotel type scents, but I like Bergamot and Solar Driftwood better, at least on cold. So we'll see how it warms. Summer Sippin'. This one seemed super simple. I didn't think it was going to be a favorite, but I really love it. It's just a very classic like raspberry lemonade type scent. Pumpkin Tiramisu. Love this one. I know I love this one. Gourmand Bakery Perfection. Cranberry Spice. The beauty of this one is that it's the perfect cranberry. And the spice notes are well balanced here. That is just a perfectly balanced cranberry spice scent. So cranberry spice and Ode to Opulence. It is gorgeous. This one is beautiful. I think you could get away with this in an open layout, but to me this smells like a bedroom scent, but it is very fruity. Like you could do this anywhere, honestly. It's not so bedroomy you couldn't warm it anywhere else because there's no perfuminess here really. If things are perfumey, I tend to think of them as like a bedroom scent, but I think you could get away with this pretty much anywhere. So Ode to Opulence is my other pick there. So those are my 6 favorites, at least on cold. If I had to pick a few that I'm the most uncertain about, the one that I'm quite sure that I am not a fan of is Orange Dreamsicle, which is a sad thing because I thought I was going to love this. Yeah, no, I don't. Okay, moving on. Lily of the Valley. Again, this isn't a bad scent. This one is just going to be a headache scent for me, that's all. So Lily of the Valley, just too floral for me, and the wrong kind of floral. And then Simply Cinnamon. This one, I don't know what's going on with my nose right now. I still get pizza. I get pizza crust. I get red sauce. I even get like pepperoni. It smells like a pepperoni pizza. What is that? Simply Cinnamon. There are a couple, like Cozy Kitchen. This is an objectively good scent. It's not my favorite. It's just not my thing. It is an objectively good scent though. If you're a bakery fan, I would suggest trying this one. So Cozy Kitchen, not my favorite, but if you're a bakery fan, I think you'll like it. Key Lime Pie has potential. I like this one a lot. I think what I would do is mix this with like Crumb Top or Oats and Honey to give it more of that pie crust base. So that's what I'm going to do with Key Lime Pie. Another standout is Thunderstorm. This one I know I love. And there is nothing like this one. So Thunderstorm is beautiful. Grab a bar of this, tuck it away for the summer. This is like a summer storm scent. It is a good one. And Berry Tart, I really, really like. I need to warm this one though. And see how this one comes alive on warm. I think it's gonna be really, really good, but I need to warm it. So there is Berry Tart. And that's just kind of some like preliminary thoughts on these bars. And again, I'm gonna get to warming these right away here. Because it is the holiday season and Christmas is coming, I am trying to warm a lot of my like traditional Christmas favorites as well. Just as we get really close to the holidays here. So I'm going to be warming like my core Christmas scents, like Homestead Holiday, Be Merry, Christmas Cottage. I'm going to be warming all those classic holiday favorites, but interspersed with those. And then after the holidays, I'm going to be going hard on these Bring Back My Bar scents. So my goal is to have a video with warm reviews out before New Year's Eve. So that is my goal, before New Year's Eve. I'm not going to say like in a week or something, because I'm going to try to enjoy the holiday season with my Christmas wax and all of that good stuff. But I will be warming some of these as well and trying to get you a video out well in advance before these go up on the website. So that's my plan. So if you don't see a video like in a week or so, just know that I'm just melting my Christmas stuff. It'll be okay. I will have a video before these go available though. So again, January 1st, these come up. And if you have warmed any of these in the past, because they are all bars that have been available before, most of them are before my time. But if you've been with Scentsy for a long enough time, you've probably experienced quite a few of these. So if that's the case, let us know in the comments below what you think of these bars, how they do in your house, what you think. Would love to hear that in the comments below. And other than that, hope you are having a great week, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.